In this video, I'm going to teach you how to start a podcast in 2025 step by step. So before you start a podcast, there's a couple questions that you need to ask yourself. Is it going to be in person or online? Is there going to be a guest? Is it going to be solo, or are you going to have a co-host? And what's your niche going to be? Is it going to be fitness, business, mindset, personal development? What is your niche? Now, there's a couple major platforms that people are going to find your podcast on. First one is YouTube. Second one is Apple Podcasts. And then third one is Spotify. So, side note, I would definitely say if you're going to do a podcast, please do video. Do not do audio only, because if you do audio only, you're missing out on huge opportunity with YouTube. YouTube, there's actually majority of podcast listeners actually listen on YouTube, believe it or not. It's like 30-something%, but it's more than on Apple and Spotify. So don't miss out on a big opportunity with YouTube. So if you're going to do an online podcast, where do you record? There's a couple different options. My favorite is Riverside. You can also use Zoom or Google Meets, but Riverside is definitely the most popular that I've seen, and also helps keep the audio quality pretty good. And you can also do some editing on Riverside as well, which comes in handy. So I would definitely suggest, if you're going to do it, do Riverside. And if you're going to be in person, what you need to focus on with the cameras is ideally you want a wide angle shot, so you're seeing everybody. You want one on each individual guest as well. So then you can swap through those depending on who's talking. And it also just keeps it more engaged. So there's a couple commonalities between recording online and in person. The first one is the lighting. So you want to make sure that you have good lighting coming towards you. You don't want the light behind you, because it's really going to mess up the camera quality and it's just not going to look good. So you want to make sure that you have good lighting. If you're doing an online recording, a ring light works great. In person, you can use some kind of studio lights if you have them. Those work great. But just make sure that your face is clear. Next is to have a clean background. You don't want a background that has just a bunch of crap in it. You want it to be nice and clean. You can have maybe a couple plants if you want. Keep it pretty simple. You can have your logo in the back, but don't make it too complicated. Next is clear audio. You want to make sure your audio is clear. I'm using a microphone to help keep mine clear. I use the Rode mics. You can find those on Rode's website. I'm not sponsored by them. I wish I was, so hit me up. But yeah, definitely get a mic. And one thing that people don't realize is whenever you have like air conditioning in the background, or maybe like a fan blowing or your AC units going, you might not realize it when you're recording, but in the recording itself, you can hear that, and it's very distracting, and it makes the audio quality sound bad. So that's a side tip for you, is make sure that that's turned off, or you're in a place where that's not going to be relevant, or just get a mic, which can kind of block it out. Next is make sure that you're centered in the camera. Obviously, I'm not centered in the camera right now because I'm showing you the whiteboard, which is more important than me, but make sure that typically you're centered in the camera, whether you're online or in person, that you're right in the center of the frame. Don't be way off to the side, because it's just not going to look as good. So now you finally recorded your podcast. You're ready to get it out there for the world to see. How do you do that? So there's two softwares that you can use. There's actually more than two, but these are my favorites, is Buzzsprout, and then the other one is Podbean. So you might wonder, why do I need to use these softwares to get it out? Why can't I just upload it directly to Apple Podcasts or Spotify or YouTube? So YouTube, you can directly upload it to. So you actually don't need these for YouTube. But for Apple Podcasts and Spotify, you do need these, because you can't directly upload a podcast to them. You have to use some kind of third-party software to do that. And so here are two options for you. They pretty much do the same thing, and they're pretty simple to use. So now you got your podcast, it's recorded, it's uploaded. So how do people actually find out that your podcast exists? So here's two ways. First one is clips. So I would say take anywhere from 20 seconds to a minute-long clips of like some of the best parts of your podcast, the most engaging, maybe something controversial that was said, something that's going to either intrigue curiosity or get people to even disagree. Like, even though you may get like some bad comments, but engagement is really what you're looking for. That's how your podcast is going to grow. You want engagement. So get clips that are 20 seconds to a minute long of some of the most interesting parts. Make sure that they're edited professionally. If you don't have the budget for a professional editor, it's not the end of the world. You can do it yourself. You could use Riverside or CapCut, but I would definitely invest in a good video editor, because it's going to help get some high quality clips. And once you have these clips, upload them to every platform you can think of. upload them on Instagram, to your Instagram stories, posts, reels, TikTok, YouTube shorts, Facebook, LinkedIn, Snapchat, whatever social media you got, you better be uploading those clips because you want as many people to see those as possible. And then you can direct them to your YouTube channel to hear the full conversation if they like the clip. So also, another side tip for the clips, if you post a YouTube short with it, click on related video and you can tag the full podcast in the related video. So people, if they like the short, they can click directly on the full podcast. That's a little hack for you. Also, if you have an email list, you don't have to have an email list, but it's definitely helpful. If you do have one or something you've built up from your business or whatever it is, maybe your coaching program, you can definitely send that to your email list, and that's a great way to get a lot of traffic as well. And if you're a six-figure earner and you want to start a podcast about either Christianity, personal development, business, mindset, and you don't want to do all this yourself, send me a DM on Instagram. My Instagram's right here. DM me the word setup, and let's chat, and we'll see if it's a good fit. If not, no worries. Hope you got some value, and I'll see you in the next video.